Hello everyone. Good morning. We're going to practice some gentle yoga today. This is a little awkward for me. A lot of awkward for me. Usually I'm used to teaching and looking at my students and seeing what it is that they need. But I'm here by myself, so we're just going to wiggle around and breathe. And the light isn't the best right here. The light, well, it's the best because it's shining in, but you're not really going to be able to see my head. So have fun, take some deep breaths, and we'll practice together. Just close that door. So you're going to find your way onto your mat. And sitting up nice and tall, whether you want to sit in a chair on your mat, on a block, as long as your spine is long. You can cross your legs or you can outstretch them. And as we sit up, we're going to ground down through our sit bones and making sure that our tailbone is tucked under or scooped under a bit. And we're going to place the backs of our hands onto our knees or onto our thighs. We're going to take our thumb and our index fingers together to touch. And just one time, we're going to take a deep breath, bringing our shoulders up, back, and down. And making sure that our head is in line with our spine, not hanging it too far forward or lifting our chin too high up. And allowing the eyes to fall closed. If it's uncomfortable to close the eyes, bring your gaze forward at one spot. And begin to notice where your body comes in contact with the floor. Right, your bottom, your feet, maybe your knees. And everything that's on the floor, press down into it, right? Reaching the crown of your head up towards the ceiling and sky. Begin to take notice using your senses of the sounds around you, close by, inside the room, and then a little further away. And I can hear the birds outside, kids outside. Notice what you smell. What you can see behind the closed lids, light, color. Maybe you visualize a deity or symbol. The feeling of your clothing on your skin and the temperature of the air. Taste inside your mouth. And feel the coming and going of your breathing, the slight coolness of your inhale and the warmth of your exhalation. Notice the rhythm or cadence of your breath. Long or slow, short, long, loud, quiet, even, uneven. Let's try our best to concentrate on making our inhalation just a little bit slower and a bit more even and balanced. All through the nose if you can, all through the front of the nose if you can. And then do the same as you exhale. Let it be long and slow and even and complete. And if you're able to, on your next exhalation, try to exhale through the back of the nose, where you start to kind of feel that vibration in the back of the throat. Maybe hearing a little sound there. Inhaling smoothly through the front of the nose and exhaling gently and completely through the back of the nose. One breath continuously moving into the next breath, trying not to retain the breath or hold. The mind begins to drift. Notice the thought come back to the breath. Feel the belly fill when you breathe in gently and empty when you breathe out gently. If you've begun to slump, draw those shoulders back and use your inhalation to allow the chest to rise up. And keeping your chest lifted from the breath, try to relax the shoulders a bit more away from your ears, down your back. Let's try our best to breathe well today on our mat. And each and every time we notice the mind going too far ahead. And when you breathe in again, if your eyes are closed, you can slowly blink your lids open. Taking your hands palms down onto your knees. And then we're going to gently lean back. And if your legs are not stretched out, you can uncross your legs and stretch them out, pointing and flexing the feet. Maybe a little circle of those ankles. So breathing, inhaling again through the front of the nose and exhaling through the back. We're going to switch the cross of your legs. Right? If you remember which leg you have crossed in front before, switch that cross. If you can't cross again, stretch them out, maybe bringing the legs a bit wide. And placing your hands, palms down onto your knees, beginning to make some circles, just little slow ones. Right? I like to inhale when I'm sitting more upright, and then exhale as I start to kind of make this little forward fold. Circling around, noticing how this feels in your knees and your hips and your back. Breathe in, breathe out. Some of you might be able to go down a little bit lower. And the next time you come back up nice and tall, as you breathe, start to take those circles going the other way around. Breathe in and breathe out. Really today, trying to take the body in all the directions it can go. Forward and back, a little twist, a little inversion, all while breathing well, trying to stay as in the moment as possible. We're going to make one more big circle, taking it slowly all the way around. When you come back up to sit up tall, deep breath in, arms reaching out to the side like wings. Right, on your exhalation, right arm underneath the left arm. So you could do this big hug where you walk all the fingers towards the shoulder blades. Again, try not to slump, but keep the chest up. You may be able to take backs of the hands or palms of the hands together. One's not better than the other, they're just different. Bottom pressing down, tailbone tucked under, shoulders shrugging back, chest open. Use the breath to allow the ribs to spread and lift, and maybe that breath makes its way up into the chest. Gaze is forward or inward between the eyebrows. One continuous breath after the next. Right? One breath at a time. One movement at a time. One practice at a time. Eventually, 24 hours at a time. Deep breath in. Arms reaching out to the side like wings again. When you're ready, left arm underneath the right arm. Big hug, slowly in and out of each posture, right? Maybe backs of the hands or palms of the hands together. Bottom pressing down, shoulders dropping down. Gaze forward. Exhales help us relax. So do a little scan. Notice what's wound and tight, tense, not relaxed. And use your exhalations to help soften, to help let go a little bit. Like that letting go, you can think of it as the exhale, the release of tension, the letting go of having to think about what's going to happen an hour from now or a day from now, and giving yourself a little bit of freedom. And when you're ready to breathe in, slowly stretch those arms back out to the sides like wings, and then allow your fingertips to slowly come down onto the floor. And when you're ready in your own time, we're going to take our legs, uncrossing them again, and taking the soles of our feet down onto our mat. So taking our feet about the width of our hip bones, right? Hands coming down behind you. If you're able to, fingers pointing towards your bottom. Pressing down into feet and hands, so chest is lifting. Try not to let your knees bow out wide, but just kind of squeeze them a bit towards each other. Chest up, gaze up, staying just like this, or with knees coming right over the ankles, pressing into the feet and hands, lifting hips, lifting chest. I don't really prefer to hang my head back, but if your neck is healthy and strong, and you can do that slowly, take about 3 deep breaths, one after the other. Inhaling through the front of the nose and exhaling through the back of the nose, pressing into all of your toes and all of your fingers. It's hard to do this talking and not breathing. On your exhalation through the nose, you're going to slowly take your bottom back down onto the floor if it's not already. And we're going to make our way off of our bottom slowly up onto hands and knees facing the front of the mat. Bringing hands under shoulders and knees under hips, right? If this is too much for your joints of your hands and your fingers and your wrists, feel free to bring it down onto the forearms. If you're able to take those fingers and spin them towards your knees, have a go at that today. And when you're ready to slowly breathe in through the nose, start to lift your chest, your chin, your bottom. And on your exhalation, slowly bring all that in towards center. Chin, rounding the back. Breathing while you move in a cat-cow. Right, inhale forward. And take notice, how does this feel? Start from the bottom up. In your fingers, in your wrists, in your arms, in your knees. Do you need a cushion underneath your knees or a blanket? Are you able to coordinate your breath and your movement? Or does it not quite match up? Now when you're ready to take your next slow inhale through the nose, we're going to take the spine and flatten it, not round it, but kind of tuck your bottom under. And if your fingers are spun forward or backwards, slowly spin them forward. If you need a little break, coming down onto the forearms. And then shifting the weight into that left knee, we're going to take our right knee off the mat, looking forward just a bit. Try not to look at your belly button, but look forward so the shoulders stay down. Big circle, big breath, maybe a little itty bend in those elbows. Notice what we're working with in that right hip. And as you breathe in and out, gazing forward, you'll start to make that circle go the other way around. Inhale and exhale. And as we breathe, we're going to take that right foot and we're going to take it forward to the front of our mat. So you might have to yank it up there. Right, we're going to make sure our back knee is behind our back hip bone. We're not resting right on top of our kneecap. So right now, the goal is to get the chest up a little bit and the shoulders down. I prefer a block. If you don't have one, maybe some pillows or some books to the inside of your ankle. Right, gaze is forward. Inner legs are squeezing towards each other. You may be able to do a little bit more here. Taking your hand onto that front knee. Hips stay squared, shoulders stay back. I like to lift my right heel here a bit if you're able to do that. Back toes can be curled under or uncurled, whatever feels best for your knee. And then maybe all is healthy and you have the will and want to lift your arms. Chest is up, shoulders are back, gaze is forward, breathing well. internally rotating at your shoulders. Take another deep breath when you're ready. One more. And when you're ready to let go of the next breath, you're going to take your hands back down, either onto the ground or onto your block or blocks. Deep breath in, look forward. And on your exhalation through the nose, pull the hips back, flexing the front foot. And we'll pulse with our breath a little bit here. So inhaling forward, chest up, shoulders down. And then exhaling to take your hips back. Again, trying to coordinate breath and movement. Right? Feeling how when we pull the hips back here, we're stretching the back of the body, hamstrings, Achilles. And you can linger in either one of these postures a little bit longer. I'm going to stay here, folding forward. Maybe your hands are on your blocks. Your knee could be super bent. In my opinion, better to have the spine nice and long. Makes it easier to breathe, and coming down and really hunching the body. Take about 3 more breaths. And when you take your next breath in, you're going to slowly bend up that right front knee. Taking your left hand onto your block or onto the ground to the inside of your right foot. Hips stay squared, so we're not going to move them. They're going to stay steady. Right hand on that right hip, and as you exhale, little twist to the right. Right? You could stay like that, or maybe your right arm reaches back, but draw the shoulders and head back and lift the chest. Maybe even your arm comes up here. My shoulders are really tight, so back here feels better for me. Deep breath. Feel the breath in your side. Feel how it's a little harder to breathe when you're twisting. And then slowly bringing both hands back up to the front of the mat. Taking that right knee back, so hands are under knees and knees are underneath hips. Deep breath in. When you're ready, chest and chin up. Deep breath out, slowly rounding the spine. Inhaling to flatten the back again, taking that sway or roundness out of the back, looking forward, lifting up the left knee and making some circles. Right, that left hip, notice how that's working today, creaky or smooth, strong or getting stronger. As you gaze forward and breathe, start to make that circle go the other way around. Breathe in, breathe out. In, breathe out. Take one more breath, and then you're going to slowly take that left foot up to the front of the mat. Again, maybe you give it a little bit of a help. Sliding that back knee back a bit so you're not resting on top of the kneecap, putting a pillow underneath there if you need it. Hands are on the ground or on the block. Inner legs are squeezing towards each other. Hip points are pointing forward. Staying just like that, or hands coming up onto the knee. Breathing the chest up and the shoulders down. Right? Again, I like to lift my front heel. And staying just like this. Maybe the arms come up. Again, try not to have the shoulders up here. Let's create some freedom in our shoulders, allowing our chest to open up. Right? Take a couple deep breaths, inhaling and exhaling. When you're ready to slowly exhale, hands come down to the blocks or ground. Front heel comes down if it's not. Deep breath in, chest up, gaze forward. Deep breath out, pulling the hips back, Ardha Hanuman. Breathing in to bring the hips forward. Feel that stretch inhaling in the front of the body, and that stretch exhaling in the back of the body. And I'm going to pull Pull my hips back just as I did before. This leg a little bit tighter than the other, so a little bit more bent. Spine nice and long as you exhale. Maybe you relax a bit in the back of the body. Breathe in. Breathe out. Smooth the breath. Extend the exhalation. And slowly, as you breathe in again, gently begin to bend up that front knee. Taking your right hand down to the inside of that left foot on block or ground. Hips staying squared, steady, not moving. Nice deep breath in, long spine. Twisting on your exhalation to the left, front knee hugging the midline. So I probably should have mentioned this on the other side. If you're making babies, not taking these closed twists, you could twist openly this way. Left back shoulder down, maybe the left arm goes back. This is my not happy shoulder, so I'm not even going to take this left shoulder up towards the sky. Press the head back a little bit. Take 3 or 4 consecutive, even breaths. When you exhale, you'll slowly start to untwist, bringing your hands down onto the ground. Taking that front knee and bringing it back. Bringing the knees just a bit apart and sitting back as far as you can towards those heels in a child's pose. If the knees are not the best, you have cushions under them, or maybe even a cushion on top of the ankles or calves if you can't sit back that far. Let's extend the arms out. So instead of them, the elbows being bent out in front of you, let's do arms like we're doing down dog. So spread the fingers out wide, bringing your hands the width of your shoulders. Look forward at them. And then instead of rolling your shoulders up into your ears, let's roll them down. It almost feels as if you want to lift your thumbs off the mat, but don't. Letting your forehead come down onto a pillow or block or ground. Neck is long. Breathe in and out. Feel the breath. Where you feel it. Arms, back, knees, right? Again, try to soften something that's not relaxed. Something that needs release, a loosening, a letting go. When you're ready to exhale, let's take our hands and walk them towards the right corner of the mat. Swinging your tush towards the left a little bit. No need to really swing your head around here, right? And then relaxing head between the arms. If you're able to, slide the left hand closer towards the right hand, or maybe you're going to stack that hand right on top. You can do that. Breathe into your left side. Feel your left side. Think about the left side. Imagine those little muscles between your ribs, right, spreading out when you breathe in. You're working them out. You're exercising all the muscles that it takes to breathe and to breathe well. When you breathe in again, use that momentum to walk your hands slowly through center. And as you exhale, start to wiggle yourself to the other side. Right hand closer towards left hand, moving slow in and out of these postures. Tush towards the right, head relaxing down between the arms, breathing into the side of your body, slowly in, right? Try to find some ease. And when you breathe in through the nose, take your hands and bring them back towards center. Down dog, arms again. So fingers spread out wide. Look at your hands. Hands the width of your shoulders. You're going to come up onto the knees, taking your toes, curling them under. And you're going to start to lift the knees. So we don't want our shoulders hunched into our ears. So press your heels back, but it doesn't mean you have to straighten your legs. I have to bend my knees a little bit these days. So palms flat, outer arms rolling away from the ears, head and neck relaxed, heels pressing towards the floor. Feel what you feel. Start with the hands, right? What goes on in your fingers? Can you press all of them into the floor? Can you roll your shoulders out of your ears, relaxing your neck? Right, your heels are pressing down towards the floor, thigh muscles engaged. Breathe into the back of your body. Right? And breathe into your belly, into your ribs, into your chest, letting each breath go all of the way. And when you're ready to breathe in, you're going to slowly bring your gaze forward. You're going to start to walk your feet to your hands to your feet, some way to a forward fold, where you're going to take the hips today, hips width or wider if you need them for balance, and then bend your knees and get your beautiful bellies right on your thighs. So instead of having the shoulders shrugged into the ears, we're going to shrug them back, right? Weight over the balls of the feet, but the heels still press down. Relax the head, shoulders out of the ears, spine long. As you exhale, let's only straighten our legs as much as we can keep the back nice and long, and we're not crunching in our belly. We have that chest up and a bit of a back bend in our forward fold. If you're really flexible, you might be able to take your hands and slide them underneath your feet, right? Stretch those wrists out. Take about 5 or 6 breaths. Right, that crease right here, right underneath your tush. You're trying to lift that up towards the ceiling and sky. Start to bend your knees even more. And you're going to place your hands right on the front of your legs. And as you breathe, you're going to start to roll yourself up. Let your head be the last part of the body to come up. I realize you're not going to be able to see my upper body here. Let's just try to listen and breathe while slowly rolling up one vertebra at a time. Taking your shoulders, once you get up there, up, back, and down, right? Bringing your gaze forward. Eye level, don't look down. Look forward or up just a little bit. And then see what you can see to the sides as well. Wide angle vision. And don't look at your feet, but feel your right foot and spread your right toes out really wide. Feel your right toes pointing forward. Put a little mini bend in your right knee and slap your palms together, chest up, elbows wide. Still gazing forward, maybe even out, wide angle lens, left heel coming to the right inner leg. Reach your crown up towards the sky, maybe even sliding that foot up higher below the knee, above the knee, left knee stretching out, tush absolutely tucked under, foot pressing down, crown reaching up, breath all the way up, a little breath in the belly, little in the ribs, little in the chest. Maybe your arms reach out like wings. Like a tree, which we're practicing. Right? Maybe you wobble side to side. It's kind of like that wind today, blowing in the breeze. ready to let go of a breath, if your hands are not pressing together, slowly press them together. Keep looking forward. Slowly, gently place that left foot onto the floor. Feel all your toes pointing forward of that left foot, spreading them out really wide. Little bend in the left standing leg. Right heel coming to the inner leg. Tush tucked under. Maybe the foot moves up, below the knee, above the knee. Right? Shoulders shrugged back. Palms slapping them together. Crown reaching up. Maybe a little wobbly. Maybe fingers reaching out and up. Continuously breathing. Bringing your hands to meet at your heart. Bringing both feet to the floor. Gazing forward, wide angle vision. Inhaling up onto the tips of your toes. Exhaling when you're ready, heels down. Inhale, lift all those toes up. Place them all down. Coming back to the front of your mat if you're not already there. Deep breath in, both arms lift, chest lifts, hips press forward a bit. Exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees as much as you can or need to. Hands on the blocks or ground. Deep breath when you're ready. Left foot back and then right foot to downward dog or to your knees in child's pose. Take one deep breath in through the nose, head hanging, open up the mouth and let the air out. Do that again when you're ready, and on the exhalation, make your way slowly down onto those knees. And then make your way slowly onto your belly. Plopping down. And we'll take a back bend here, bringing elbows underneath the shoulders. So look at your shoulders, they're over your elbows. Bringing your legs about the width of your hip bones. Tops of the feet on the floor. Don't clench up your tush, but roll the pinky toenail onto the floor. Press down through your elbows. Those elbows, they pull towards the waist. They're not lifting. You're energetically moving that way. Gaze forward. Try to find some stillness. Shins are off of the mat. Feet are on the ground. Butt is relaxed. Breath is continuous. Feel the belly fill when you breathe in and empty when you breathe out. Strengthening the back body and opening the front body. Take your next exhalation, slowly release down, sliding the hands back for cobra pose. Bringing your fingers by the shoulders, tucking the elbows in and off of the floor, feet coming together by a few more inches closer. Same engagement in the legs, toenails, even pinky toes pressing down, thighs engaged, butt relaxed, chest up, shoulders down. It's tempting to push up like this because it's so much easier, but really wanting to stretch the front of the body, open it, but strengthen the back. Right, so your gaze is forward, chin not too high, not too low, maybe creating that wide angle vision again, forward and out to the sides. Notice if it's easier. It's harder for me to breathe in a back bend. Right? When we get better at breathing in these twists and these back bends, we'll get better at breathing. It'll slow us down, calm us down, keep us calm. When you're ready to exhale, your chest and your forehead slowly come down, relaxing the legs. Take your hands, slide them back just an inch or two. Again, tuck those elbows into your sides, and when you breathe in, slowly rising up onto the knees. And from here, bringing your feet over to the sides and making your way onto your bottoms. And we're going to take our left leg and bring it out in front. Sorry, my feet are always going to be dirty from being out in the yard until next winter. So we'll take a twist. Like we did before, we're going to keep our hips squared and grounded. So you could take your right foot here to the inside of the leg, or you can cross it over. If you cross it over, make sure both your sit bones are grounded. Your one cheek is not lifting off the floor. Left foot is flexed, left hand or arm around your leg, right hand to the ground behind you. So you're pressing down into that right glute. Deep breath in, nice long spine. Again, not twisting here in a closed twist if you're in the baby making process. Exhaling to twist. Left hip bone draws back as you twist to the right. Less from your neck, more from your middle. Inhaling to get longer in the spine. Exhaling to twist, maybe left elbow coming to the outside of the knee. Right, some of you have long enough arms and short enough torsos where that left arm will come in between your legs and the right arm will come behind the back into a bind. And again, open twisting if you're in that baby making process. Take a couple deep breaths. Ready to exhale, you're going to slowly unwind. And if you're not in an open twist already, you'll just take a little counter twist. And slowly untwisting. Taking right leg and stretching it out. And taking left leg, bending it, foot inside the leg, or if you had to go before like this, cross it over. Right foot flexed, left foot planted on the floor, both glutes planted and rooted, hips staying put, squared, right arm around the leg. Left hand close behind you, not leaning back. Nice deep breath in, long spine. And as you exhale, you begin to make that rotation to the left, gently turning the head. Try not to slump the shoulders. Maybe elbow to the outside of the knee. Maybe right arm coming in between the legs, left hand behind the back. Breathe into your side. Again, imagine everything that it takes to breathe, getting strong, getting stronger, and healthier, in better shape. To slowly exhale, you're going to begin to unwind, taking that open twist to the other side. And untwist. Uncross your legs if they're crossed. Ground the soles of your feet. Inchworm your way forward up to the front of your mat. If you have a block, or maybe a stack of pillows that you're using as a block, you're going to bring it close by. And either rolling yourself down onto your back or giving yourself some support as you make your way all the way down. Grounding the feet again about the width of the hip bones, toes forward and spread out for bridge pose. Tuck your bottom so you feel the lower back flatten a bit and press on or towards the ground. We're going to keep our feet planted, but on the rise up, we're going to press them down and forward. So we're going to press them down and forward, imagining a little ball in between our legs, pressing down into our elbows. Chest is up, right? Inner legs squeezing, feet pressing forward. One continuous breath after the next. Gaze at one spot or inward. Feel your feet and elbows grounded. Feel what's strong. Try not to clench up your tush. Keep it soft and jiggly. On your exhalation, you're going to pull the heels towards the shoulder blades and start to come down. Upper back, middle back, lower back. Feet stay on the mat as your bottom comes down on the floor. Knees pressed together and beginning to walk those feet out wide. Taking your right hand on your belly and bringing your left hand on your heart. Close the eyes. Feel where your body comes in contact with the floor. Start with the back of the head, shoulders, back, elbows, bottom, feet. What can you hear close by and further away? What can you smell, taste, see behind the closed lids? Feel your clothes and your skin and the temperature of the air. Feel your breath. If you have any issues with your heart, if you're in that baby making process, continue to focus on smooth breathing and not holding the breath. Otherwise, we'll practice a bit more pranayama. Taking a slow, deep inhalation through the nose. Exhale slowly through the nose. Inhale again smoothly and fully through the nose. Hold the breath. Now exhale through the nose. Exhale everything out until you have nothing left. You're completely empty. When you're completely empty, don't breathe, but suck the belly in and up. Inhale. Open up the mouth, let the air out. Close the mouth, inhale slowly. Hold the breath. Exhale slow and complete. When you have nothing left, do not breathe, but suck the belly in and up. Inhale through the nose. Open up the mouth, let the air out. Close the mouth one more time. Inhale. Hold the breath. Exhale slow, even, calm until you have nothing. When you're empty, do not breathe. Suck the belly in and up. Inhale. Open the mouth, exhale. Let your breath now do what it naturally does when you're not trying to make it do anything, and slowly separate those knees. Bring the knees up towards the underarms. Tuck the tailbone so the lower back's pressing towards the floor. Head down, chin pulled in, neck long. Squeeze those knees in. Shrug your shoulders back and down. If you have a kid, let them sit on your legs. Take a deep breath. And we're going to slowly release those legs. If you're by a wall and you want to end your practice in Shavasana with your legs up the wall, then put them up the wall. If you want to grab your block and put your block underneath your bottom and lift your feet in the air. If you'd like to lie flat for this final relaxation, then lie down flat, bringing your legs about the width of the hip bones. If your legs are supported by the wall, let your legs be supported by the wall. If they feel like they want to bend, let them bend. But try to bring the body into stillness. Try to let the breath now do, again, what it naturally does when you're not trying to make it do things. Use your senses to stay present. And let your exhalations allow the body to get really heavy. Sinking into the floor, the wall, the props, like a big puddle. Supported. Safe. Free of tension. As you rest, thanking yourself for your practice. As you rest, reminding yourself everything is as it should be. Everything is as it should be. Everything is as it should be. Taking a few more soft breaths here. And as you breathe softly, visualize yourself resting. See your clothes, floor, the walls, the ceiling around you. And begin to make tiny movements, hands, feet, maybe scrunching your face up a little bit and then opening your eyes and mouth really wide. Bending the knees, feet slowly grounding on the wall or floor. And with a deep breath in, arms coming up and over your head. And in your own time, making your way over onto your side, resting your head on your arm. Slowly making your way up to sit. And as you sit up tall, we'll all take our palms together. Nice long spine. And ascend out and Om, believed to be the first sound vibration, a positive sound vibration. We'll do this on an exhalation. Taking a very deep breath in. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste. Have a good day. Go outside. Thank you, and any suggestions I would love. Have a great day. Bye.